Boker Tov, we are continuing in Masechet Pesachim, Perek Vav, Mishna Gimel. So, in addition to the Korban Pesach that was brought over Pesach, for Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot, everyone had to bring what's called a Korban Hagiga, a sacrifice of the holiday. So, when it came to Pesach, you could bring that sacrifice any day throughout Pesach, and actually, you could even bring it Erev Pesach as well. So, with regards to the Erev Pesach Hagiga offering, the Mishnah says as follows: Ematay mevi Hagiga imo. When can you bring the Hagiga on Erev Pesach? Says the Mishnah, Bizman shehu ba b'chol b'tahora u'b'muat. So you could bring it on Erev Pesach if Erev Pesach is a weekday, meaning Shabbat doesn't get pushed off for the Hagiga offering. You can't offer it on Shabbat. So it has to be a weekday. B'tahora, you have to be tahor, you can't be tameh. U'b'mu'at. So here, the thing is as follows. When it comes to the Pesach Seder, we know we eat the afikoman, hane'echal alasova. We eat the afikoman, and we got to be eating it when we're full. So that's why we eat it at the end of the meal. We finish it right before Birkat HaMazon, we eat the afikoman. Afikoman is instead of the Korban Pesach. So Korban Pesach needed to be eaten on a full stomach. So how much Hashem wants us to eat on a full stomach. Now, what happens is that you have an animal, and you have, let's say, so many people from your group. Everyone has to eat at least a kazait of the animal. A kazait, though, doesn't really fill a person up. It's not that much. If you have more than a kazait, that's fine. But let's say you have this animal that's a small animal, or you have too many people, and you know everyone's going to get a kazait, but we're not going to be full on it. Therefore, you're allowed to bring the Hagiga Erev Pesach, if it's a weekday and if you're tahor, and you eat the Hagiga. So now I'm a little bit full, and I know I'm going to top it off with the Pesach, Korban Pesach, and I'm going to be full for sure. Then that's okay. So you're only allowed to have this special Hagiga on Erev Pesach if it's going to help you be full, so that you eat the Korban Pesach on a full stomach. And that's, again, if the animal is on the smaller side. Ubizman shuba b'Shabbat, but if it's on Shabbat, Erev Pesach, b'miruba, or if you have a bigger animal, a lot of meat, where you don't need to be full, this is going to fill you up itself, the Korban Pesach, ubetuma, or let's say you're tameh, en mevi'im imo chagiga, then there's no chagiga on Erev Pesach. Now, the next Mishnah tells us the differences between Hagiga and the Korban Pesach. There are three differences. It says the Mishnah, Hagiga haita ba min hatzon, umin habakar, min hakesavim, umin ha'izim, min hazecharim, umin hanekevot. V'ne'echelet lishnei yamim v'lal echad. Hagiga is brought from the cattle, from the tzon, from the sheep, umin habakar, or from the cattle. What's the opposite? There's cattle that's for cows. And what's the category? Not sheep or goats, but the category for... No, there's cattle, and there is something else. But that yes, keves, yeah, but it means sheep, right? But tzon is a shepherd for... It's not, cattle is for cows or ox, for the flock, I guess. Okay, so you have... A Hagiga can be brought from cows, or can be brought from the flock, which is goats or sheep. And it could be brought male or female animals for the Hagiga offering. And it's eaten for 2 days and 1 night, meaning from the time you slaughter it, you have the end of that day, that night to eat it, and the entire next day to make sure that offering is eaten. Whereas, the three differences for Korban Pesach is that number one, it's only eaten that night, till chatzot, till midnight. That's why we want to make sure you eat the afikoman before chatzot. Number two is that a Korban Pesach is only a male animal, and only a sheep or a goat, not a cow. Only a sheep or a goat, and a male animal, that's Korban Pesach. And there's one more thing, is that, not mentioned in the Mishnah here, but a Korban Pesach has to be that the animal's less than 1 year old. Whereas a Hagiga could be any age. The Korban Pesach has to be a less than 1 year old male sheep or goat. That's the thing. So, good question. Reasons I don't have on me right now, but that is the explanations for it. Yeah, good question. So why only male? You're right. Why only male? Why sheep and then why only under a year? Yeah, good questions. Good questions. We'll have answers for you. Okay, that's that for today. The two Mishnayot. חזק וברוך הוא אדוני לעולם, אמן. רבי חנניה בן הקשה אומר לצד הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל לפיכך חיבר להם תורה ומצוות שנאמר על חפץ למען צדקו. הגדיל תורה וידיר.